Hello, I'm Jeremy Torz, one of the two owners of Union Hand Roasted Coffee, and we're pleased and proud to supply Peach pubs with the coffee that you're using and serving to guests and visitors. I'd just like to take a very brief time before getting on to the subject of how to make the coffee, just to tell you a little bit about what we do and why we think it's so special and why we want you to be proud of working with us. Union Hand Roast is all about finding the very best coffees in the world. Coffees that are exciting to drink, sweet, smooth, full-bodied, and just give lots of pleasure in the cup. To find coffees like that, you can't just find them with any supplier or any importer or from any country. Most countries produce a range of coffees from the very average to the absolutely outstanding. And we choose those outstanding coffees from different countries so that we have a range of flavours and tastes. In our case, we put these different flavours together to offer a blend of coffees that's going to work great as an espresso, whether it's served alone or whether it's with milk for cappuccino or cafe latte. But the most important thing for me is that the coffee that you're working with, you're making all of these drinks from, is the best we can possibly find. To find these great coffees, we travel quite a lot, going out to Central America, Africa and Indonesia, and meeting and working with small communities of farmers and smallholder growers, people that live on 1/4 of an acre of land and grow everything that they need to survive, both as a cash crop and their own vegetables and maybe a small amount of livestock. This represents probably the larger volume of coffee that we buy as a company, and we want to know that the communities where we're sourcing the coffee from is stable, sustainable and secure. And that takes more than just sort of looking at a piece of paper as a promise from an importer, but actually getting out there, meeting the people, sitting around the kitchen table if they have one, and talking with them about what it is that they need in their community to produce this wonderful coffee. Coffee starts its life as a small fruit on a tree, and it takes 9 months to ripen and then be ready for picking and processing. And it's all of those stages that we look at very, very carefully and work with these communities to make sure that processing is done to a very high standard. And then we try and tell them a little bit about where their coffee's going. Places like Peach pubs, because they're incredibly proud to know that something that they've grown, been responsible for producing, and then waving goodbye has found it to a place in the world where people really enjoy it and celebrate it. And it's through celebrating those coffees that we think you'll get great customer feedback and support. So be proud of what you're working with, watch the upcoming video, pick up some skills and some tips, and I really hope you're proud and take pleasure in serving Union Hand Roasted coffee. Thank you.
The aim of this video is to show you how we serve coffee and also some of the techniques needed to make some of the more complicated coffees. So, when a guest comes to the bar and orders a coffee, what would you say? Firstly, you'll need to list some of the coffees that we do. Cappuccino, latte, Americano, espresso. Then if somebody orders just a normal coffee, offer them an Americano or a filter coffee. You will also need to find out where the guests are going to be sitting so we know where to take their drinks to. Let them know to have a seat and we'll bring the hot drinks over for them. If you sell cakes or pastries in your pub, now is the best time to suggest it. Cakes, pastries go really well with all of our hot drinks. And if you encourage our guests, they're more than likely to buy one. Under the hot drinks page on the tills, you can find all of the teas and coffees that you should need. There's also a couple of extra buttons on there that will help you out. Manual bar message, so you can type messages to be printed on the dispense check depending on the guest's requests, such as soya milk or one shot or no cream, no marshmallows. Please see our Peach Coffee training guide on full details how to make all of our hot drinks. We're now going to move on to a few small videos just to show you how to make a few more of the complicated ones. The first coffee we're going to look at is an espresso. This pretty much forms the basis of all of the other coffees you're going to be making. So if you can get this one right, we're already halfway there.
Preheat the espresso cup. Remove the correct portafilter from the group head. Flush the group head using the free flow button. Empty the portafilter and clean out using a grind brush. Dose freshly ground coffee from the grinder using 1 click for a single and 2 for a double. Level the ground coffee in the portafilter by tapping the end with your hand. Tamp the coffee by pressing it up onto the tamp in a controlled and level manner. Wipe the rim of the portafilter to ensure no loose grinds. Lock portafilter back into the group head and select the correct button. Time the extraction to ensure the pour is between 20 to 24 seconds.
The next coffee we're going to be looking at is a latte. Some people may ask you for a skinny latte, as these are becoming really popular at the moment. We use semi-skim milk in all of our pubs. More often than not, if you let the guests know this, they'll be more than happy to take it that way.
Preheat the latte glass. Prepare a single espresso and pour it directly into the glass. Fill the jug around half full with some cold fresh milk. Purge the steam wand. Submerge the wand in the milk. Switch the steam on and allow the milk to spin, occasionally inserting a small amount of air until correct temperature is reached. Switch off steam wand. Remove jug, wipe steam wand and purge immediately. Pour milk from the front of the jug. There should be no more than a centimetre of foam on top of the latte.
The next coffee we're going to show you is a cappuccino. This is a slightly different technique that we used before. For this one we froth the milk, so make sure you watch this one closely.
Preheat the coffee cup. Extract a double espresso directly into the cup. Fill the jug around half full with cold, fresh milk. Submerge the wand in the milk. Switch the steam on and allow the milk to spin. Slowly lower the jug, allowing the milk to expand, creating a dense foam. Before the milk gets too hot, submerge the wand and heat to the correct temperature. Switch off the steam wand. Remove the jug, wipe the steam wand, and purge immediately. Bang the jug on the countertop to get rid of the bubbles. Swirl the jug in a circular motion to polish the milk and make it silky. Pour the milk from the side of the jug to produce a thick white cap. Dust with chocolate powder.
Next up is a cinnamon and caramel latte. This one's quite indulgent, a bit of cream on top and some added flavour as well.
Extract a double espresso directly into the cup. Pump 1 shot of cinnamon and 1 shot of caramel syrup into the cup. Steam the milk the same way you would for a latte. On completion of steaming, pour the milk from the front of the jug into the centre of the cup. Top with squirty cream by lining the inside rim of the cup and working towards the centre. Finally, dust with chocolate powder and dress with the cinnamon stick.
A popular after dinner choice is a liqueur coffee. This is a long black coffee with cream floaters on top containing the liqueur of the guest choice. The one we're going to show you is one of the most popular, an Irish coffee made with Jameson's whiskey.
Prepare a coffee tray. Add 25 ml of the liquor of choice, in this case Jameson whiskey, into the latte glass. Then add 2 lumps of brown sugar. Prepare a double espresso and pour directly into the glass. Add hot water to within 1 centimetre of the rim and stir until the sugar has fully dissolved. Take double cream from the fridge and shake the bottle to mix. Pour the cream off the back of the spoon to layer on top of the coffee. Do not fill to the top to avoid spillage. Finally, dress with 3 coffee beans.
Another really popular hot drink in our pubs is the hot chocolate, especially through the colder winter months. When somebody orders a hot chocolate, it's worth letting them know how we serve it. Best thing to say is, we serve our hot chocolate with cream and marshmallows, is that okay?
Take a hot cup from the top of the espresso machine. Add 2 teaspoons of chocolate powder into the cup. Heat the milk in the same way that you would for a latte. Pour approximately 2 centimetres of milk into the cup and mix it into a paste. Top up with the rest of the hot milk to within 1 centimetre of the rim of the cup. Take squirty cream from the fridge and line the inside rim of the cup, working slowly towards the centre. Dust with chocolate powder and finish with mini marshmallows.
In our pubs, we're as passionate about tea as we are about coffee, and we use Nova's tea. Nova's provide high quality, whole leaf tea, inspired by centuries of tradition.
Heat the cup and the teapot with hot water. Add 1 bag of tea to the teapot and fill the teapot with boiling water from your espresso machine to just below the spout. Serve with a peachy smile.
Takeaway coffee is also offered at most of our pubs. It's made in exactly the same way as all the other coffees you've seen, except we serve it in these takeaway cups. One thing to remember, if somebody orders a takeaway coffee, they're probably in a hurry, so make sure the guys on dispense know so they can get the coffee made as soon as possible. So, if you want a little bit more detail on what you've just seen today, remember you can look at our Peachy Coffee Guide. There's loads of detail in here on every coffee, step by step. It will really help you out. There's also some more information on the tills. If you need some help with this, just ask one of your managers or one of the other team members to show you how to use this.
Remove the first portafilter handle. Take the group head cleaning brush and use to scrub around the inside rim of the group head. Remove the filter basket and insert the blank. Place approximately half a teaspoon of cleaning powder into the blank basket and replace back into the group head. Press the free flow button and leave for 5 seconds. Stop the flow using the same button. Do not remove the portafilter, but repeat this step 5 times. Remove the blank basket and rinse. Put the blank basket back into the group head and press the free flow button. Let it run for 5 seconds. Turn off and remove the handle. Rinse in between and repeat this step until the water is clear. Remove the metal drip tray and take it to a sink to be cleaned. Rinse the black drain box with boiling water to clear it of old grinds. Remove baskets from portafilters. Soak portafilter handles and baskets in hot water and 1 teaspoon of Poulicaf cleaner for 10 to 15 minutes. Clean with the group head cleaning brush and rinse with hot water.
Thanks for watching. Hope you've learned something new today. and I hope to see you in one of the pubs very soon.